Because it's not about, where people are from. It doesn't matter who you are, what experiences you have, where you've lived. The common denominator between all of us is emotions.
I always have been a big fan of living my truth and kind of just being myself, but there's a difference between just sort of showing up as who you are and having a very specific day, in this case, and a very specific action around coming out. And what are you coming out as? Who are you coming out as? Because people make assumptions about who you are, especially if you've known people for a little while.
That use of judgment is so misguided and so wrong, because no one truly has the right to do it. So the only way you can do it is lead by example. And so, yeah, I do try to create a world where, like, everyone has issues. Everyone's a misfit somewhere. Everyone, makes huge mistakes. Everyone gets sad. Everyone feels despair. Everyone has felt joy. And that's the world I think we need to live more in to understand each other.
If we had our own network, our modern day legal green book, how that would be a win-win. A win for Black lawyers to grow their practices. When you grow your practice, you're going to hire more people. When you hire more people, chances are you're going to do the same thing that white people do. You're going to hire people that look like you, meaning that more Black lawyers have access to be a part of private practice in a firm. And that our community would also be able to have greater access to more lawyers, greater visibility. Therefore, you're more likely to proactively engage the legal system, the more you know and the more resources you have.
Transportation infrastructure, which maybe sounds really boring, but like how sort of integral it is to our lives. It's almost like this invisible thing that impacts every part of our life, like from how you engage in society, to what jobs you can access, to what your income and earning capabilities are.
It was the first time in my entire life, I think it was probably about like 8 or 9 at the time. And it was the first time ever that I felt like, wow, there really are mean people in the world. So that was really eye-opening, that there were people in the world that could just not like you just because of what you look like or where you came from or, how much money you have or things like that.
Okay, everyone was all fired up in the summer of 2020, but if we want this to continue, and this is a long haul fight, it's not going to be over anytime soon, how do we marshal the forces and learn from each other through storytelling and through, connecting these different generations and perspectives, and move into more like policy and legislative work and, have it be something that's sustainable. So it was a fantastic opportunity. Again, very humbling, I feel very privileged that I was able to be doing some like very tactical local Black Lives Matter work, that I was invited to be a part of this as a white ally.
The real significant kind of moments that start leading to the bipolar and all of these kind of things. Like, I kept hitting walls in life where nothing was satisfying in any way, like just dead, dull. Like, I tried to be excited, I put all my all in stuff, and then I just spin out to like angry or tired or over it and all that. It was just up and down, up and down, up and down. Back then, it was like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Tisha, when women are in leadership, right, when they are ambitious, when they have vision, there are going to be those who challenge how we show up, right? And they're going to challenge whether we're ladylike, feminine enough, too outspoken, too aggressive, too bossy, too this and too that. And so it's interesting, early on when I was told that, I almost had mixed feelings, right? Because there are negative connotations that come with being a woman who leads, who finds herself in leadership, who wants to serve others and others follow.
And I remember at one point, doing a lot of this introspection and self-exploration. And at one point, I remember sort of like recognizing that this is who I was. And I was in my apartment and I was sitting on the sofa and I just started bawling, because I think on the one hand, there was sort of a relief in sort of recognizing myself. But on the other hand, it was also like, oh shit, now what do I do? This is going to be so complicated.